One Colorado lawmaker wants sexual abuse victims to have their day in court. Right now, if the abuse is covered up and not revealed until after the statute of limitation ends, the victim has no legal recourse. As political specialist Sean Boyd reports, new legislation would change that.
Colorado is considered one of the most difficult states for survivors of sexual abuse to obtain any justice, especially those abused as kids. Most don't come forward for decades, and while other states have opened windows for retroactive claims, Colorado's Constitution won't allow it. So a state lawmaker decided to try a new approach.
He would call me over and sit me on his lap. When you're 7, you don't really understand what's going on.
As a child, Randy Cady knew about stranger danger, but in first grade, he learned about the kind of danger that hides in plain sight. His teacher, a sexual predator, who admitted to molesting 32 young boys, including Cady.
I was 7. I had no concept. I had no voice. Now that I can process it with an adult mind, I now have a better understanding of what happened. And I have a voice, and I want my story told.
A story that today lives only in old newspaper clippings and police reports that Cady discovered after his mom's death.
I started reading them, and I was just shocked.
It was the first time he learned of the school's response. The principal and assistant superintendent admitted in police interviews they knew about the abuse, saying the teacher told them there's no sense in denying it, even providing a list of victims. And yet they didn't report him, instead allowing him to resign for personal reasons. It wasn't until a parent went to police that the abuse became public. The assistant superintendent told the Aurora Sun, "Why was it the school's responsibility to file a complaint?"
You know, it's documented that they didn't want anything to do with it, that they wanted to wash their hands of it, that they didn't care about the 30 kids that were molested. That angers me the most.
And yet there is nothing he can do now. In Colorado, once the statute of limitations expires for an existing law, the Constitution prevents retroactive claims. But it doesn't stop lawmakers from creating a new claim, not covered under current law with no statute of limitations. And that is what Senator Jessie Danielson plans to do. Under her bill, survivors of child sexual abuse could sue individuals or institutions for triple the damages if their abuse was the result of a cover-up, no matter how long ago the abuse happened.
We have a fundamental obligation to hold them accountable, to bring healing to these survivors, and also prevent this kind of behavior from happening in the future.
Ronna Simmons with the Colorado Coalition Against Sexual Assault says the bill is targeted at the bad actors who knew or should have known and did nothing.
When institutions choose to protect their power and profit by concealing the truth, the cover-up is something completely different and distinct from the sexual abuse that the child experienced in the first place.
Unlike other civil liability laws, this would prevent schools from using government immunity to avoid damages. Cady's teacher was charged with 1 count of sexual abuse and received probation. The school district, he says, was also culpable and should be held accountable.
It's not right that a school covers up sexual abuse of 30-plus molested kids. Anybody in my position deserves justice.
In addition to creating a new claim for child sexual abuse as the result of a cover-up, Danielson is also introducing a bill that removes the statute of limitations for all sexual abuse going forward. At the Capitol, Sean Boyd covering Colorado First.
Sean, thank you.